Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours! Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Let's finish this swiftly.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions. Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills. Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack. And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again. Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on, give it a try. That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. Bam! But the game has only just begun. Remember? You have to defeat all opponents to win. As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, let's end this round. After you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round. All right, here we are, a fresh new round. Woohoo! And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. That's how we're gonna get... Ooh, that's some terrible luck. But don't worry, since once per round, you can select all the dice that you... When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy. Once Diluc's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But never mind, let's start. Diluc's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs few. Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro elemental dice left over. It's time to use your powerful elemental burst!
Verdict is...
In an actual game of Genius Invocation Teas. Next up... Oh, it's... When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected.
Dodge this!
Good! Now our opponent is different types of elemental and elemental react at the moment. Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have one active character, while normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby, in this case, we'll have to switch. You can spend one elemental die of any kind to switch a
Let's finish this, swiftly.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a skill. Most skills can only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent... Alright then, now that D-Luke is our active character... Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt element when triggered. Melt increases. This will allow you to deal loads of damage. Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action cards. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand. Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental... Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand to good use. Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs to your active character. Take this one, for example. So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type. Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this action card. So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then. But wait, D-Luke's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as elemental tuning. By discarding one card from your hand, you can convert one elemental die into the element of your current active character. And this card isn't useful right now. So, sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental Ingenious Invocation TCG. Keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number of cards you have. In this case, well, let's just like playing cards from your hand. Elemental tuning, come on, hurry up! Use elemental... Well, would you look at that? Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
Ha!
Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial hand. At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the same number of new cards. What? Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We got it. Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
Ready when you are.
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent. Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round. All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily... Well then, that's the end of the tutorial.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost... Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to win.
Ready when you are.
Dodge this!
All right, cool. Those are the basics. Did you get all that? What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be...
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist.
What? Oh, When?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound! Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. I'm here today to discuss a few items.
Too bad she just left. But if you
Never mind, it's...
Wait! This card? It's Diluc's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this...
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing.
Oh?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super... Gah, I was trying to give the
Don't worry. Somehow...
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without... I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card... It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door... Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules,
Ooh, 2 new players having their first... But, in order to play an official duel, remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and...
then let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucrose character cards. So why don't we have our first duel? Take your time.